Carl, welcome to this week's edition of In the Dugout. We'll start off with a couple of questions from the fans. Mark Jones asked for when will there be confirmation of the squad list for this year. We have got a full squad now, we're just waiting on pictures, aren't we, on images to be taken of the squad to then put them on the club website.
Yeah, we've at the moment we've got 24, squad of 24 I think, and like you say, when we get the official photographer down, we'll update the website. You know, you boys didn't want to just go and name them all on the website with no images, because then we'd be getting, why are there no images with the boys? So we like to sort of uniform it and get the, well, since you guys have come in, you've uniformed it, so you'd like them getting the professional photographer down, all in the same jerseys, and then we use those images throughout the season. But most of the players all the players we've signed have all been announced, so we should all know who they are, and we'll hope to have the website updated certainly before the start of the season.
Yeah, because as you say, we've announced players that have come in, we've announced players that have left as well, so any fans who aren't quite sure, if they look on the website, there is a full in detail list, especially when the season launch was as well. We announced which players would be leaving, which players have renewed as well. Yeah,
and the ones on the website, you know, under the players section are the ones that have stayed on with us from last year. So as soon as we get the new, like I say, the official photographer down, which we're planning on the next couple of weeks, we'll update them all at once.
Chris Scholar asks, is there any likelihood of any new additions ahead of the new season, or are we pretty much done for the time being?
Oh, that's up to Rich. You know, Rich knows what he's got available to him budget wise, and you know, we had a meeting yesterday or the day before, and at the moment he's still looking, but he'll bring who he wants to bring when he wants to bring them. But he didn't seem, you know, too much in a hurry to try and bring someone he wants to. If there's someone that's going to add to us, maybe wait till the Super League starts and find out the players aren't getting in, and maybe look there, or see how we travel. But at the moment, he's all I can say is looking. Might be a good idea to get Rich on the dugout in the next couple of weeks, just to update everyone where he thinks we are. We normally do that, and that's what we said we'd do with this. So we'll look at getting Richard on here in the next week or so.
On the subject of the squad, it's a good sign that Richard's happy with where we're at, with a month to go or so until the start of the season. The fact that he's satisfied with where the squad are at and who he's got his disposal, that's a very pleasing sign, isn't it? Yeah,
they had a opposed session against Hull FC through the Christmas period, 28th I think it was, and that was useful. He said that was real useful for us and for Hull. So, you know, when you're aiming up against a Super League opposition, even though it's not full on, but it's close to it, then you sort of get to an idea of where you are in the pace. And don't get me wrong, their defensive structures probably hold us to when we're playing, but hopefully, you know, if we can do it against them and make some holes in them, then we'll do it in the season.
Into the new year now, you had a nice Christmas break away, didn't you? How was that for you, and recharge the batteries a little bit?
Yeah, it was real good. Obviously come back and picked up this flu that all you guys had when I arrived back in the office, so it was a good break. I feel good and recharged, and hopefully we can hit the ground running. It's, you know, there's a lot to do, still a hell of a lot to do, you know, behind the scenes, and I can't wait till the first actual league game. You know, we're hoping that the people that turn up on that day will see a different Dons, and off the field as well as on the field. We're looking to do a hell of a lot with the kids, you know, especially after the amount of season tickets from the kids we've done. So, you know, I'd like to give a big rap to Sean Lockwood, who's really doing a lot behind the scenes on what we can do on a match day, and you know, and match day, the match day experiences through Nick, and so Nicola Moran. Anyone get hold of her if you want these match day experiences, because they're going to fill up quick. The stuff we're looking to do on the match day, hopefully it turns out to be an event, not just a game. It's what the fans wanted. Again, it's come from the fans panel. We spoke at the fans panel. So I'm really looking forward to the first game. I know a lot of the stuff that's going on, and if it gets put into action, then I think we'll see a different flavour and maybe a real exciting year for the Dons, especially off the field and people coming to the games and enjoying it.
And of course, over Christmas, it was the deadline for Challenge 1000. Over 600 season tickets sold, adults and kids included. That's a real something to be proud of, isn't it? Given how many we've sold compared to last season.
Oh, immensely, and that's probably triple what we've done. But that was our fan base from last year. So nearly everyone's migrated over to be a season ticket holder, which is great. Now we look at how we grow the attendances. Now we'll have the away support. We've still got budgets to hit on the home season ticket, not season ticket, but the match day attendances. And that's our job, to get out to the schools and to the public and play some good footy, and people hear how the entertainment down here, it's a good family day out, and nice sunny weather. So we'll do all we can to work on that, and if we can hit over the 1,000 mark for most of the season, we should be rocking down here.
And season tickets are still available. The Phase 2 prices in action now up until the first game of the season, so any fans who didn't purchase before Christmas have still got time to do so.
Yeah, and I feel a bit sorry for a couple, because we've done four at the full price and it was only finished last week. Why they didn't get them the week before, I'll never know, but we said we'd stick to the deadline and we'll do that. But like I say, everything's quite positive at the moment, and we just need to make sure that it's all positive on the field when they start playing.
Don Brooks' funeral this week on Friday, and I know you want to say a little bit about him. We've touched on him before when he passed away. Is there anything else you'd just like to add about him?
Oh no, we're all going to go to the funeral and send him off. He's deserves a real good send off. I've spoke to Gavin Baldwin about it, and we're looking at doing something at the stadium. We're not quite sure yet. This has got to be fitting for the man, because he was a stalwart of the club. He is Mr. Doncaster. He's a legend, been here from day one. So we're looking at something. I can't promise anything, but if it was down to me, I'd like to name a stand after him or so. But obviously, it's not down to me. So we'll look at leaving some legacy for Don Brooks down here at the stadium, whether we name a box or a classroom or something like that, just to keep Don's name going. And we've lost a good one, so we'll do something for him.
In other news this week, the Leigh Centurions friendly has been postponed at the Championship club's request. How much of it's just sort of took us out of our stride a little bit. It was something to really look forward to for the fans, wasn't it?
It was, and I've got to give a lot of respect to Leigh and the way they've handled it. Myself and their owner Derek were away on holiday, and I never picked up the messages, and Gavin phoned me while I was away to say that it was looking like the Leigh wanted to cancel the fixture. And since then I've spoke with Derek and Matt, the CEO at Leigh, and I can't, obviously we're all gutted. They're gutted, we're gutted. Derek wanted to bring a full side to Doncaster. When it came that they'd be maybe bringing some trialists and that, it's not what he wanted. He wanted us at their crowd to come. So they've done a lot for us behind to make us make up for the game we've lost. And all I can say is it's rugby league. It happens. Maybe a blessing in disguise for us. We don't know. With the skinny squad we've got, but we wanted those 3 friendlies, and now we've got 2. So we'll have to go full out on those other 2. But again, I'll just thank Derek and Matt and the Leigh Club for the gestures of what the promises they've made to us for cancelling, and I know they were as gutted as us. So we move on. I know the fans are itching to see games as well, so we apologise to them as well.
And although we've lost that friendly, the key thing to point out is we've still got 2 against Championship clubs down here at the Keepmelt. Batley on pitch 2 at the end of January, but before that, London Broncos, who made the top 4 in the Championship last season. Yeah,
and so that'll be tough. That'll be a real tough one. They've got a new coach now, so they'll all want to impress him. They've got a good side, and like you said, they made the top 4, so that'll challenge us. But our boys are wanting to play, I'm sure, as well. But we've also, again, we'll do a little bit more with Hull on the opposed sessions for the stuff that we miss out on, because they're beneficial to us.
And the Dons season launch just before the start of the season, in between the end of the pre-season games and the first game against Coventry. So how nice will that be, just for all the fans to get together with the players and head coach, and just to one last little meal together before the season starts and everyone sort of kicks on from there?
Yeah, and like I say, really pleasantly happy, surprised with the amount of tables we've already sold. It's going quick. I think we've done 8 to 10 tables already. So the fans who want to come, they need to get in touch with me, because we'll make up some tables for individuals as well. The ones so far are booked tables. I think we've got one table with a couple of couples on. So people need to get in touch. Rob Burrow, Leeds Rhinos legend, he's speaking on the night, and he's not been on the circuit, so it'd be real. We're all looking forward to listening to him. Great player, done a lot in his career. I'm sure he'll have some good stories to tell us all, but he's a real coup for us, in this, for our boys and that, to listen to such a legend of the game. So if everyone who wants to come, make sure you book in, because we've got to get the numbers to the caterers and that before the end of January. But I'm sure people will see me around on the friendly games and book. But anyone else who wants to book tables of 10, I've said on the last one, I think, or the one before, that we've got people booking tables who aren't even Dons fans, which is, I think they come to see Rob, which is our job then, to convert them into becoming Dons fans when they get to know a few of the boys. And Richard says his piece of what he thinks we're going to do in the season and how he thinks we're going to travel and meet all the players. Or the whole team will be there, so it's a good one. That'll be on the 2nd. Then we'll have a week off, and then we're into the big game, and we call it a big game against Coventry, because hopefully it's going to be the start of the new era for the Dons, on the entertainment side and all that, and what we're doing on a match day.
Cheers, Carl.
Ta.